to vulnerability trust, right? And next thing is networking to set up your virtual network so that the people. So these all mechanisms encryption. So Microsoft is doing. You can also do and global replication. Yeah. So you can go and set up your things here to secure your data so that if you feel your access keys is being exposed, you can go and regenerate because this doesn't have validity. This has validity and you can also set up your proper IP addresses here and you can set start time, end time, these all, right? You can do all these things here also. But the only thing is there you don't have access key, here you have, yeah, there you don't have validity start and end. You have here you can set start and end date. Here you can't regenerate. That is valid for till that time that you can do it. So after that period, if user access that anything product ID from the website, it will bounce back. It will bounce back. Okay, this is go. Now if you go to the storage here, so I put this. So you can put any files also. Go there. I'll put some files here. I'll put some files. Employees, you can go and put these files here. I'm putting. So yeah, you can create one more folder called data files employees. Click on upload. You put the text files here. Yes, see. And what is your access type? What is blob type? Blob. What is access type? Heart. Nothing but frequently you access. You can change this also. Go to that. You can change. Go to that. Go there. Now try to go there. I think we are in. You can also change this somehow or not. Go there. Yeah. See here. Access type has come. Previously it was not coming. Right? Disabled. Now go here. Go to this. Pull or out. What do you wanted? Pull hot or RKF. You can do it. RK was
Uh,
not there when you're creating.
Excuse me, just I have one question.
Yeah, tell me.
So this is a storage account, right? Like this
Yes,
is not Gen tool, correct? And in storage account, we had a discussion like it stores sorry, flat namespaces.
yes.
So I thought like we cannot create a folder inside folder,
No.
but
Folder inside folder will create. So that is so. Just hold on. So
yeah,
here you have got something called container mechanism, right? Container.
okay,
It's an object container. Now we'll go to data lake generation 2. Then you see the container doesn't come. So this container is becoming an object. So data is not distributed into multiple files here. This container is going to object. But this container will not have data lake generation 2. We'll go. Just hold on. I'm coming to that point. Now go here. Azure storage accounts here. Now go and create a new. Okay. I'll take that RG project one. I'm tagging that to that. Now go here. ADLS Gen 2 demo. Okay. So it's already there. Okay. Now go there. Now I'm taking geo replication. Previously I was taking local networking, data protection, advanced. Now I will enable this. Okay, I have enabled. Now it become now Azure storage will become to data lake generation 2 because there is no separate service. You need to come and enable here. Okay, now go here. Go to tags here. Click on create. Let that created, I'll show you. Okay, it has got created. Now just see, now this has got changed into your data lake storage, right? I'll open the portal, one more portal, the same portal I'll open. I have created data lake generation 2 here. Go here, go to your resource group. This is what resource group I created, so you can see these two. What is that happened? Okay, take this. So you can see here, this is a blob service, but here is data lake store. It has been converted. Now go to the container, then data lake generation 2. Okay, go to this containers here, go here, development. Now go here, you'll come to the folder. Go to this. Now you have this directory, but if you go to this, there is no directory coming in. Upload button.
Okay, so we need to create another
Yeah,
object.
go here, go
Okay.
here. Now try to create some files like this. Now try to upload, so you can create multiple hierarchical. Go here, go and create one more. Employees. I'll go here. I'll create sales now. Go here, marketing. So internally it stores like there is no difference between that and that, but that and this. The only thing is the way internally stored is the way internally getting stored is it is storing as an object here internally. Can't you create this all there? You can create. Who told you can't create? I'll go here. I'll be in a development, right? I'll go. I'll try to upload. Take these all files. Okay. What I'll do here? I'll go data files 1/employees/sales. Can't create. I can create the same structure. I can create here. Go here. Go to data files. Employees. Go here. You can create, right? The same way it is happening here also. Marketing, sales, you can happening. I have not uploaded. I've just created there. But the only thing is internal mechanism of store is getting different. Okay, what you can do there, you can do the same hierarchy can be maintained. But here, when you go to the storage, Azure storage here, this is stored as a object. It is not as a Windows file hierarchy. If you go to our Windows file like window file explorer, it's not like this. What we do, it is stored as single object there. You have seen in the PPT also. So the way of storing mechanism internally is changing. So that's the reason people going go with this data lake store generation 2 internally. This has been told, but we are not able to see how internally stored. They have told that this is object 1 and that is a file hierarchy similar to it is getting in hierarchy getting divided there, right? If you see that, if you go to that image file, that you are not able, this is only told as a theoretically being told, you are not able to see in there. This is how practical is not shown, but this can be practically seen in your Hadoop cluster. Hadoop, you are not able to see there. There you can see practically. There you can see how data is divided. How if at all you upload some 2 GB of file, in what blocks that hierarchy, because file is getting divided into multiple blocks. So in what block, what size of file is there, you can see there. But here in Azure that they have not come till yet. Okay, so this is only theoretically told, but practically it is not shown anywhere.
So
Okay.
just to confirm, so data lake Gen 2 behaves like an HDFS. Data is
Yeah. Yes.
distributed
Yeah.
among.
That is the reason I told you, right? Why did you?
Okay.
If you go to this point, I
Mhm.
just told you. First point is that only, na? Hadoop access.
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Right. Yes.
that's one. So right, so that is what we have done. So I have created this Gen 2, and this has come with Azure Data Lake Store. And the same you go to access keys, you have geo replication. Okay, so now you can see this. Did you see now? Paid data centers come. One is in East US too, and other is Central US. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now if you go to encryption, they are doing it. If you go to shared access, go and do shared access. Networking, go and do it. These all you'll have. And you have this data protection. Okay, that is automatic failover. These all you have. Right? Now the case is this is storage unit. So one more. Then why did they still have this generation data lake generation one? When you have higher version, why do you want to go for generation one? Is that cost? It is because it is going to cost less amount. That's the reason you want to use it, because this is costing high. This might be costing high. No, that is not. So if you are people from, if you people know that there is some streaming. So in streaming, if you go to streaming here, so web application, web data streaming. Okay, you have sensor data streaming here like this. So Spark has got Spark streaming. Hadoop has got Kafka. Okay, so these are meant for to you connect to your web application, sensor data, IoT devices. So for that, these has come. Microsoft has also come with something called IoT Hub. That is what we have spoke. We have not seen. We'll see tomorrow. Event Hub, and we have Azure Stream Analytics. This all we have. So when we have this is okay to collect your data from these devices, and this will hold that data because these are connecting, and we know this stream analytics is the job which is going to. So when you're collecting this data, this would be in some structured, semi-structured, and unstructured also. Unstructured data you have. So to process this type of data, okay, to process this type of data, you want some scripting language. So that scripting language, Microsoft has come with some scripting language. That is Azure Data Lake Analytics is scripting. So here you have something called Azure Streaming, Azure Kafka, which is similar to to do your data lake analytics. Microsoft has just come with the data lake analytics, and this data lake analytics is only going to read the data scripting language. So this is going to take only the storage unit, that is Azure ADLS Gen 1. It is Gen 1 only, not Gen 2. Okay, just see. I try to create and show you. But somehow that has got failed and they are not removing it because some of the customers are using that. Now go here. Azure Data Lake Analytics. Yeah, you can go to this Data Lake Analytics. Create a Data Lake Analytics here. Now if you see this, I'll just, now you can see here this one. You can see that. Select or create a Data Lake Store Gen 1 account for storing data you want to get insights from. That is the reason they have put Azure Data Lake Generation 1 still. This Data Lake Analytics will not work for Generation 2 because they have not made enhancement because they wanted to have Azure Databricks. That is the reason they have not made. If you would have made some changes, this might have used that Azure Data Lake Generation 2 also, but they have not enhanced, because this Azure Data Lake was analytics was using some other language, scripting language called USQL, Unified SQL. It was using some scripting language called USQL, that is Unified Scripting, Unified SQL, that is Unified Structured Query Language. And what is this is? This is a combination of your .NET plus T-SQL of Microsoft SQL Server. So somehow they have stepped back and they are not making any changes. They have only put because of customers using it, they have put that because they don't want to remove that. Okay, so this is how it is trying to, that's the reason they have put. Okay, right, now that is over. You know how to create, how to upload this all. Now if you work in the real time, if customer says that file has come, so how do you check whether the files has come or not? So you run ETL jobs daily, right? So ETL job, you need to check whether files has come or not, whether the files has processed. After the files has processed, whether the files has moved to archive location or not. You need to check these all, right? How do you check that? Okay, so almost we have created two storages, right? If you go to this, go to container here, resource groups, this one. So we have two storage units we have created. One is storage, one is data, one is storage account, one is data lake generation 2. We have two storage units. Now go to Windows here. So we have something called tool, injection tools I have told. So now just to see, you will not able to do anything there. Just you can upload, but the huge amount of huge amount of file cannot be uploaded through that, even through this portal also. Okay, just see, there is something called internal tool called Storage Explorer. I should have it. Yes, Azure Storage Explorer.
Hi, Srikant. This is Hanmantra speaking.
Yeah, tell me.
So, may I know what scenario we will use Azure Data Lake Gen 1, I mean, analytics, right? When you create Data Lake Analytics account, so it is taking the Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 1 account.
Yes.
Storage Gen 1.
Yeah.
So, whereas when we go for the storage account, right, where we can enable Data Lake Storage Generation 2 actually.
Yes.
Right? So, what scenario why, in which scenario we will use this one actually?
No. What? Which scenario means they are the thing?
For example, in Data Lake Analytics account, right? Why they are using only Gen 1 actually? Why don't they go for Gen 2?
Generation 2. Okay, we'll come to that point. What you have asked, I'll tell you. So
okay.
I'll tell you. So when you go to, I'll tell you. Let me complete this. I'll come to your point. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so now you have created this. So you can see this. This is what I have created. So if you can go to this resource group I have created. Okay. Right. So you can have this data lake generation 2 in this container. So go to this block container, see in this go here. Okay, data files. So that is what you have done, marketing this all. You have just created a folders here. Okay, just go to this. Okay, so you have this file. If you go to here, you also loaded. Okay, you have files. You can see this. So tomorrow customer says that files has come, data not loaded. You can go and check through this. And if at all you want, you can upload from here also. There is no question of not uploading. But this would be not so easy. If you are trying to upload some GBs of files, this would take time. So you can do it. You can upload a folder file. You can create a new folder. This is all you can see. So this is also one of the tool which is used for to check files has come or not from the customer. Files after processing the files has moved to your backup location or not. You can see that. So this is one tool. Now coming to your point of asking why they have not done this, so there is some drawback here with data lake analytics. I'll tell you. It can only process .txt, .csv, and .tsv. So you know this text file, this comma separated file, and this is tab separated. So we generally say as Excel, right? They have not told Excel here. They have told like tab separated file, tab separated values. So when you go to this comma separated, right? So comma separated values. Okay. So this is a delimiter for this is comma, and this is for tab value, that is 7 spaces. You just say like this, and here you can have any delimiter, any column delimiter, column delimiter you can have. So this is .txt, .csv, .tsv you have. So other than, if at all you have other than this file like .json, you have semi-structured files, many things, .json, .xml, .parquet, okay, .c, .sequence file, .orc file. These are many files you have, see, structured, semi-structured. So these are semi-structured one. This is semi-structured. This is also semi-structured. This is unstructured. This is unstructured. If you go to image, also is unstructured image. And if you go to unstructured, sir, semi-structured, not, sorry, this is unstructured. I'm writing. This is unstructured. Unstructured. So this is also unstructured here. This is also unstructured. So this is structured here because you have comma this. So when you get files of this data, okay, why you go for semi-structure, unstructured is, so when you don't have proper schema defined, or when you want to travel over the network, data should travel over the network. So because of huge amount of data is traveling over the network, because of some speed compatibility, you go for these two cases. But when you go to data lake analytics, you are trying to provide you are telling that you can only process data in which is in TXT, CSV, and TSV. Then customers to stick to that point only. But when you go to Azure Databricks, it can process all these files. XML can process, JSON can also process, Parquet also can process, OAC can process, sequence can process, even image can also process using your predictive analytics or algorithms. When it is doing all, when Azure Data, this data lake analytics is only doing for this, then why do people come for this? And if at all you wanted to process these all files into this Azure Data Lake Analytics, then you need to convert this JSON file, JSON, XML, or these all to one of the format of this file. One of the format, either to TXT, CSV, or TSV. You need to convert these all files into one of the format, either TSV or CSV or TSV. Who is going to then do you think there is any tool separate? Do you have any tool ready made that you can convert? No, you don't have. Then how do you do? You need to write a .NET code to convert into this. Who is going to write the .NET?
So in that case, we don't use actually data lake analysis in real time, right? In that case.
No, you don't use data lake analytics. That is what that's the reason you don't have, that is been not added there in your course curriculum.
Okay.
Go and see your nine modules. You don't have this data lake analytics. You don't have Azure HD Insight.
Yes.
Azure HD Insight also not used, because if you go to Hadoop, Azure Data Lake Analytics is not used. That Azure Data Lake Analytics is getting replaced with Azure Databricks. Okay. Now if you go to Azure HD Insight, this is getting replaced with your Azure Data Lake Store Gen 2, right? It is getting with replaced, and it is getting with replaced with Azure Data Factory and Event Hub Stream Analytics also. This is getting replaced with this. Then why do you want to go for a HD Insight? If you see your 9 modules, they have not told there. It is not told there, right?
Correct.
Because of that reason. So there are,
Yes,
even
correct.
though, yeah, even though this Azure Databricks, if you go to this Azure Databricks also, this this Azure Databricks is not of Microsoft one. They have got from Spark cluster, from Apache Spark. They embedded into this. They have told that Azure Databricks, and they have added that service into Azure Databricks. But it's not Microsoft one. They have failed here. That isn't about this, because Amazon got its own Hadoop, Cloudera, Hortonworks clusters there, and this is in-memory computation tool. When you go to Hadoop, this is batch processing, but this is in, and here you can write in Python language, you can write in Scala, you can write in R, you can write in SQL, and you can now they are started using PySpark also, extension of Python. And now Microsoft started working on C#.NET also support in Azure Databricks. I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, so these all would be coming into picture. So there are many things which are not required, but we are going ahead. But okay, learn, that would be good. Tomorrow you should, if at all you wanted to speak, then you should know all this.
Yeah, thank you, Srikant. Yeah, thanks for explanation. Yeah, yeah, it will help. I think definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So don't write
Just
it on the
to
chat.
clarify,
I'll not able to read your chat, my dear friends. I'm telling you, don't take me wrong. You should speak out. So if at all you write on the chat when I present or when we talk, then I'll not able to read. Okay. So I think it was easy to create Gen 2 blob rather than adding a new feature. Yes. Okay. Right. I think someone was asking me, Wilbert. Okay. So we have seen this how to create. So this is only we have created. But tomorrow when we work with Azure Databricks or Azure Data Factory, we'll see how to process data and how to inject also. I'll tell you. I'll try to copy these all files. Which I was just copying right now from this data files, right? I'll try to copy these files from my local machine. This is in my local server. I'll try to copy these all files to your Azure Data Lake Generation 2 or Generation 1, that is blob storage or Data Lake Generation 2. After using Azure Data Factory, then I'll try to process using Azure Databricks and show you in practical. So how do you use this? How you are going to use this access keys there shared? These all will see there. Okay. So this is what is your second module, that is we have done.
just to clarify, can you open again your notes in the text file, in the notepad?
Yeah, tell me.
What do you mean by Azure HD Insight? Is this being replaced by this Azure Data Lake?
Okay. That is getting replaced. We'll talk on that when we come to that Azure Data Factory Stream Analytics. We'll talk on this. Don't worry. Whatever I have told, we'll talk on that. We have not come to. We have just seen this creating and why it is meant. We have not come to this part. We'll come tomorrow there. We'll do this tomorrow in the first thing. We'll create this. After that we'll do this, then we'll come to Azure Databricks. When we do, then we'll come to understand. Then after that I'll go and create this one. Then you'll come to know. Okay. So Azure HD Insight is nothing but Hadoop and big data. Is nothing but Azure HD Insight. What is that is? You have scoop there, nothing but ETL tool. Okay. Then you have Hive, is nothing but data warehouse. You have Kafka, that is what nothing but stream analytics. And you have MapReduce also, that has got outdated MapReduce. Now Spark Databricks has come. Spark has come. This has got outdated. And here you have got Pig also. This is nothing but a scripting. This has got outdated. Because of this, you got this. This has got replaced with Spark, that we call as Azure Databricks here. And this is also got replaced with your Scala and Python. So this one. So here we are using Azure Data Lake Generation 2 for storage unit here. This big data Hadoop uses HDFS, nothing but Hadoop distributed file system, or a file system or file storage something. Okay, so no one uses. So this is getting ETL. This ETL tool is getting replaced with your Azure. This one, sorry, this ETL tool is getting replaced with Azure Data Factory, and Azure Data Warehouse is getting replaced with your Azure SQL Data Warehouse. You have something very much you need to talk on Azure SQL Data Warehouse. We'll talk tomorrow. This is when you go to Stream Analytics. This is coming with Stream Analytics, Event Hub Stream Analytics. These two are getting outdated, and this is getting replaced with your Azure Databricks, even though it is not Microsoft one. And Pig scripting is outdated, and that is getting replaced with Python and scripting, because 4 languages is supported in Azure Databricks. And HD Insight, that is sorry, HDFS is getting replaced with this. So this they are using this also, but we have Microsoft has its own services. This is what. Okay. Yeah, let's see that one. We'll see that case. We'll go and see that what they have given you to do the exercise 1. Lab exercise starter. Okay, now go here. So now you have seen storage, right? What is storage? So it is telling you to host static images. So what will you use for static images? And they want to do some real-time analytics. So what storage type you use it? Okay, so this one. And there is something called configurations. So in web application, through web application, you want to access this images. So what you use? So I've told, right? So that access key or shared access signature or connection string. Here what you'll do. So there is something different here in case of data lake generation 2. We'll talk tomorrow that one. So how? Yeah, we have time of half an hour. We'll talk on that. So what is that is? So when you go to this, we have half an hour, but we are short of one module. Okay, remember that also. We have storage, Azure Data Lake Store, and we have Azure Data Lake Store Gen 1, Gen 2. So this can be only accessed only using access keys and SAS token, that is nothing but shared access signature. That is what I showed you, where you have a valid start and expiry time. You have this, right? You have keys here. When you go to this can will also access using access keys, not this generation 2. Okay, can be accessed using access keys and SAS token and using Azure Active Directory. I'll tell you what is this Azure Active Directory. We call that as AAD. Okay. Now when you go to this Azure Data Lake Store Gen 1, you can access using Azure Active Directory. Only this. Because why you got this 2 is because you're converting this Azure storage into Azure Data Lake Generation 2. So this 2 has come with this, and additionally you got. But this is separate service, you got only this Azure Active Directory. And we told us the combination of this and this is this. That is what? Azure storage account SA plus ADL Gen 1 is equal to ADL Gen 2. This is what we. So now this is that. This has become this. So how do you create Azure Active Directory? What is that? What you will get from Azure Active Directory? Okay, we'll see that. Then we'll wind up for the day. And we are, remember, we are short of one module because of the things we are discussing. Okay, we'll do it. Don't worry, we'll do it. We'll slowly do it. But remember that as I told you, if you see this, I'll just show you one. Then you'll come to know.
Yeah, maybe if required, we can extend 30 minutes. Not an issue. Yeah.
I can. It's not the question of extending because I've been continuously talking, so that's the reason. I don't have any problem in extending or taking time. That is.
Maybe we can take 5 minutes break also in between also. That's fine.
So if you go to module 8, here you have this securing your Azure services. If you go to this module 8, you can. So what is that? How do you secure storages, streaming data? Okay, individuals. So this is all you'll have. So we already seen this. So some parts I'll cover. So identity, internet protocols, this all. REST-in API. So you can see that encryption. I've already told you how to do it. Keyword, this all. So there are some topics which I'm already covering it. So that's the reason. So no worries, we'll try to do it. Now let's go. So how do you create this Azure Active Directory for Generation 2? Okay, let's go. How do you give that access permission to this Generation 2 or Generation 1? Let's go to, we'll create, we have not created Generation 1, we'll create. Go there, Data Lake, storage Generation 1. Okay, I'll create here. Go to this resource group, project 1. So I'm tagging all to that project, means these all resources are required for my project. That is what location East US. So this is only seen in the 4 location only: Central US, East US, and North Europe, West Europe. Okay, remaining location is not given. Now generation ADLS Gen 1 demo pricing. I think it is something. Yeah, it is telling that name is already taken by someone. Okay, now go to pricing. So pay as you go encryption. So it is given some encryption keys here. Then go to tags review. Now click on create. So one of the, when you go to Azure side, one of the most important things to learn is from DP 200 only, because you people play with the data. So here also you are going to talk data what is relevant here. If you go to .NET or any other Node.js, that are all related to some scripting languages. So you have much to learn which are not learned on the on-premise. But when you go to Azure, whatever you have done in the on-premise, you'll talk that only, but with different terminology. So this is very interesting and very good to be on DP 200. Just click on create. I don't know how much people are understanding when I'm telling you. Is it okay? The way of pace going on, the way being delivered for you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I'm creating generation 2, generation 1. So we'll see whether access key shared token is given or not. Okay. Okay, now it has got created. So now you can go here. So go to this data explorer. So you can see now there is no concept called container. Did you see now? There is no concept called container. It's like similar like your Windows Explorer. It is here you have data explorer. Go there. I'll just try to create a folder, upload, that's all. But leave that. That is all okay. Now here you don't have anything called access keys or shared tokens here. If you go to this, I'll go to project 1. So I'll go to generation this one. Okay, Gen 2. Here in settings we have access token. I am in generation 2. You have access keys, you have shared token. But when you go to generation 1, which is I am, here you don't have, you have encryption, this all. You don't have. And if at all you don't have, I'll create two folders selling data files. And I'll create one more folder under this. Some employees here. Okay. Let don't be any data here. Okay. I'll be on top one here. Now go to access key here. You don't have any permissions. This person has, because he is the owner of this portal. He is the owner of this portal. But that is not right, na? Giving some username or email ID, using that, giving access. I'm a super user. Tomorrow I may leave the organization tomorrow. Then there would be a problem, right? If you move to the production, no username should be added to the customer environment of ours or his employees. Here you don't have any permissions here. Assigned permissions.
Just one thing, what comes in advanced? Do we have something in advanced?
Nothing. This all you can do it. I'll tell you. Applying folder permission, you can do it. Nothing. You will not do anything there. Everything you'll be do it here. I'll show you that. Adding that, giving permission to the subfolders also, I'll tell you. So now you have this no entry, no assigned permission. So how do you execute if at all you want to read the data or you want to do some way? I was telling that SQL will be run on this using some job. How do you do it? Now go back. I'll go to the portal. I'll go home. I'll go to Azure Active Directory. Here I have, go search here, Azure Active Directory. Now go and create go here, go to, you are in overview. Here you have app registration. Go to this. Now if at all you have, you will be finding here. Otherwise you need to create. Okay, you can create one Azure Active Directory can be applied to the multiple storages. There is no problem. It's better to have separate one. Okay, I'll create new one. I'll just say DP200. Yeah, DP200 AAD app I've created. So this is what I got. App name. I'll have handy this one. This is required. This is the name of the app. Yes, app. Okay, let me go. I'll just click on create. So it is asking something, just leave. It is asking how many types you want to authenticate before you give access. Leave this also option, leave. You have nothing to do. Just leave. That is multi-tenant authentication. All this is because you wanted to apply some strict mechanism. Single authentication, multi-tenant application, Microsoft and single tenant application is nothing but you want to have some tight hold on the resources. That's all. Okay, that you can do later. Now you have created this app. Now you have this app ID, right? Take this app ID. Now go here. So what you'll have, tenant ID. This one, direct your tenant, copy this, paste here. So this would be unique for your portal tenant ID, but this app ID would be keep on changing. Whenever you create a new app, new ID would be coming. But when you go to tenant ID, this would be unique. Just go Now go to that person icon there. Yeah, person icon. There you find, right, tenant directory tenant for C465. You see here also C465, right? So that tenant ID would come with your login portal only. So this is same. Any number of users are added to your portal also, the tenant ID would not change. So this would be unique. Now you have to, right? Now there's something called certificate and secret. So here you are getting access keys, right? Access keys, share token, access key, share token. But here you are doing with Azure Active. So for that also you need to have key, right, generated. So for that, what do you need to do? Go to this certificates and secrets. Okay, so now go here. Now you can generate. Click on new client secret, key one. Now click on add here. Certificates and secrets here. Key one. This is a value you have. Now expiration time that you have set 1 year, 2 years, or there is no limited, right? Just go. Now you have this app key. App key is similar to your access key. App key is similar to your access key or shared token. This one. Okay, now you got. So you have created this. Now go back to your Azure account, that is Data Lake Generation 1. Now go to Data Explorer here. Take this name of the app. Go there. Now click on access. Click there. Now go and click on add. Select this. So user or group. Okay. No user, it's only Azure Active Directory. Right? DP ADD app. Select here. Okay. Read, write, execute this folder, all children, default and access permission. Just say so this read access children, not only the parent, all the children will also get that access to do. And you have read write access. Just say okay. You have added it. Now go to that. That is what it is telling you. You are doing with the owning group. You have added. You have added here. This is already done. We have applied to the children's also. That is what it is being told there. Whatever you have done to this, that has been shown there in advance. This is how you give access to your Data Lake Generation 1.
So I have two questions over here. Suppose in my team a new person has joined, how I would be giving access? And like, can you more?
No. That is,
okay.
It is not to the individual user I'm telling. Now what this is used is, if you go to this access key or SaaS token or Azure Active Directory is used to process your data. This is used to process your data. So process your data means you need to touch that folder, right? We have put into some data files, employees. How do you go there? So to go to that path, this path, you'll provide that path, but to access this, you need to provide this access key. Otherwise, you'll not do it.
Okay, so you meant to say if I'm using any compute, whether be Databricks or Azure Data Factory, and they want to access that particular location, I need to use this particular app key, right?
It means that location or data also of the files of data. We'll talk that point tomorrow. Just try to understand that to access to this location, this storage, you have access keys and SaaS token. Here also SaaS token and Azure Active Directory we have. Whatever you are telling that, what is that you are telling is you are adding the users and new member is added. New team member is added. Then how do you control read, write and execute permission? You want only give to read. So this is not our scope. This is infrastructure team will do it.
Okay.
Will not. I'm not talking. We are not talking on admin part of Azure. We are talking on DP 200. So to process your data, what are required? So if at all you wanted to process, so where is the data? Data is in this location. So to touch that location, you should have these all things. Then only you'll be able to do it. For Azure storage, you have these two. That is SaaS token, is all. But when you go to Azure Data Lake Generation 1 or Generation 2, you are going with this Azure Active Directory authentication, or that Azure Active Directory authentication is also called as authentication. This is also called as service principal authentication. So when you want to touch that using, if you want to use this one for Azure Active Directory, Azure Data Lake Generation 2, you need to know these all three. If you provide these all three, then only so to have this all, what you need to do? You need to go to Azure Active Directory, then create an app. After creating that, you will get this app ID, tenant ID you will get by default after creating. But you are generating this access key, app key. And after that is over, take this app key, app name, and go to that data lake generation, go to the access key and add here, that giving that name of that app, you give it there. This is how you generally do it. It's not the matter, it's not the case what we are doing. It's not the case that users are added. So here also we are trying. Here also you can go. You can only use the tab only for the read and execute only, not for write. Only for read. But tomorrow you want to modify data or you want to process the data and make some changes on the data, then you don't give. If at all you don't want to do, if you are using it, don't give that write only. Give read only and write execute only. This will work. What you are telling about that users should not go and touch this, that is what you do it. So for that also you should go to Azure Active Directory only. If you go to tenant, here you have users. Now add these users here. That is not our task, but I'm telling you. Go and add. After that added, you go to this groups here. Add that new group and try what you want to make that group here. Selecting owners, this all members. So these all you have. So you create a group for having only for reads and writes. That is what you generally do it. Okay. So this is not, even I also don't know, but I only learn little bit how to add users groups and giving access. But admin people will do the right things. So that Azure admin team will do it. So we will not do that all. But we required. So tomorrow when I do it, this all. Tomorrow I'll try to show you how to process your data using Azure Databricks. Using Azure Data Lake Store Generation 2. Then I'll definitely go with this. Definitely I'll go with this only mechanism. But I'll go with Azure Data Factory. When I want to copy these all files from here to storage, then at that time when you go to storage, I'll definitely go with access keys. I'll show you that data point. This. Okay, 2 examples I'll tell you. Another thing, we have Azure StreamYard also. I'll tell you. Don't worry. Whatever I've told these all I'll tell you in practical, because we are in the second module. We are not going to. Tomorrow when we come, first thing is we are going to talk on tomorrow. Tomorrow would be first. We are going to talk on Azure SQL database and Azure SQL data warehouse. Why? On-premise you don't have Azure SQL data warehouse software. Why it has come in the cloud? What is the difference? What is the difference between these two? What you have different data distribution patterns, how you distribute the data. Those all we'll talk on detail. Okay. So till now you are in the on-premise, what you have taken? You have taken a machine, then you have taken operating system, installed operating system. After that, you have installed SQL Server. This all you have done, right? But Azure doesn't require this all. It takes care of your machine. It takes care of your infrastructure. It takes care of. So that machine would not be there. It's only a PaaS service. Like they'll just give a URL, you connect to that and work. They'll take care of your tables, your data, everything they'll take care. You don't worry about that. What is machine? I was having machine in my office. That is what you generally assume. But when you go to cloud, you can go to virtual machine there also. Go to virtual machine and install your operating system. This also can be done. Then after that you go and install the SQL Server. This also you can do it. This flexibility, what when you have whatever version you want, you can install whatever version. You wanted to go with SQL Server 2016, go install. 2017, go in install. You want to go to 2019, go install. But here you will have latest version, that is SQL Server 2019 only. 19, not. If you go to Azure SQL Data Warehouse and Database and say that no, I want to have SQL Server 2017, what he says, go and buy a virtual machine and try to install your own system and do it whatever you want. Then he's not bothered about your operating system SQL Server because you are doing it, right? Patching, backup, upgradation. This is all you'll do it. But when you go to Azure SQL database or data warehouse, is going to provide the ready, that is which is available in the market in the SQL Server, which is available in the market. He'll give it. And tomorrow, when is now 2020 is in the ready to market, means it is in preview mode. It is they are asking customers to work on the database and see whether there are any bugs or what. If you bring to our notes, we'll try to rectify and release the version. So tomorrow, if it all 2020 is being publicly released in the market, they'll directly upgrade to 2020, not to they'll not keep in 2019, and they'll not ask you also before they upgrade, because that is fully tested. Because it is a PaaS service, why they'll ask you? It is in public mode. They'll not ask you because assume we 20 people are customers to the Microsoft, which is a PaaS service. I think you all people might be agreeing. Of 2 to 4, 3 people like me, other people with 3 to 4 people will not agree. No, I want 2019. So he'll not keep asking everyone because it's a public cloud. In other case, what you need to go to a virtual machine and do that, or else at least that, or have a private cloud. You provide a space in your office, a separate a building for us. We'll try to do everything for you. Whenever you say yes, we'll come and do it. That is what Microsoft says. They'll charge you 2 times or 3 times the price what public cloud is doing it. For private cloud, they'll charge you around 3 to 4 times of price higher than the public cloud. Okay, so this all. So in detail, we'll see how hardware is going to added, on what basis you add, when workload is happening, how you can scale the machine, scale down. This all we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so any doubt you have, so let me know. Anyone has not redeemed that code, let me know. I'll try to help you out. I'm telling you, don't come only because I request you all people, don't come because Microsoft has started giving some training or companies asking you to take training. Come here, learn something. I know this is an online class. You will not able to grasp total 9 or 8 hours of training. At least take it out of whatever I deliver, try to take it at least 40% of what I deliver here. Okay.
Could you share the key what you just said for the Azure class?
Yeah, do the one thing, share your screen. I'll tell you so that all the people will do it with you. Share your screen.
Well,
you have you have Hotmail or Outlook email ID?
I've got a Gmail one.
No, you need to create Hotmail or Outlook email ID. Gmail will not work. It will give you a problem.
Okay.
You need to definitely create Hotmail or Gmail. So what you do is, I'll tell you the steps. Then you can create and do it. Just see my screen, then you will come to know.
Okay.
Go to this, learn this one. Okay, go to this. First step is this. Go to this site.
Yes, Shrikant, can you share the link one in the
Yeah,
chat?
I already done it in the morning.
Yeah, I joined late. Sorry.
Okay, just go to this. Go to this link.
Okay.
Once you go to this, use Hotmail or Outlook email ID to log in. Log in into that.
Okay.
After you log in there, you will have this My Training tab.
Yeah.
Click on. By default, you will be there only. Click on My Training tab here.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you go there, you will find some Redeem My Key.
Yeah.
My Training key something. Click on that Redeem Training key, not my.
Yeah.
Okay. After you go there, you go and paste this key. I have already, I'll just give that key also. Somewhere I have pasted it in the morning. Or else I'll take it out. Yeah. Take this key. I'm pasting again in the chat.
Please, thank you.
Go to this key. Okay. Once you are done, now go to this My Redeem Training key here. Paste that key there. Once you are click on Redeem My Training key. Okay. So because you are taking, so you are registered to this course, you will get this.
Yeah.
We'll come to this one. Come down. You will have launch button here.
Yeah.
Click on this launch button.
Yeah.
It will take one minute time, some time, 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Once you launch that, you will get some virtual machine created. So you got this, right? Instructions, resources. So go to this resources, copy this key code, promo code. If you're not able to copy and paste, try to write manually. Okay.
Good.
You're not able to do it, write manually there. So that is Q3 H80 4T4 LPY. It should be it is case sensitive. Huh? I'm telling you. If it is capital, try to copy in capital only. VN, this one. This you have done. Okay, you have copied. Now after this is over, your promo code is copied. Now go to Microsoft, www.microsoft.azurepass.com. Go to this site.
Yeah.
Okay, go to this site now. I'll just close it. Go here. Now log into this. Now I think you already have Gmail or Hotmail, right?
Yeah.
Click on that. Using this, you try to use this, log in here. So it will ask you. So I have logged in here. It is asking for the confirm Microsoft account. Okay, just go. Now you are confirmed. Now use this code, promo code. Use this promo code here. Now say yes. So it will validate I think mine is wrong. Okay, don't worry. You put the promo code. I think I have pasted some wrong, I think, code. See here. Did you see enough?
Yeah.
So I pasted code wrong. Now I have corrected. Now it is processing. Then it is telling that I already have it.
Yeah.
So okay. Now I have done. So this is how you need to do it. Now
Correct.
once you are done, then you will be able to redeem that. I want everyone to follow this and do it. It's simple. Try to create. Don't go with Gmail or your office email ID, that corporate email ID, that will create a problem. Few of the people have faced it. Try to do, you'll able to do it. Okay. So yeah, tell me.
Shrikant, this is Hongzhu. I mean, since my office laptop cannot connect to this website,
Yeah, you have
another way.
Yeah. Do you have this your personally a laptop, or you have only one?
Haven't used for quite some time. The environment is already not sure. It's better to try my office one. Otherwise, I have to think about all.
Yeah. Then what do you need to do? Talk